Hi, hello, my name is Kelsey and welcome to my car. This is my birthday book vlog and it's also probably going to be the first video on my booktube channel, which is so exciting because I have been meaning to start one for kind of forever. I have videos in my camera roll of me talking about my wrap up of last year that I never filmed, or no, that I never edited, never posted. Even though I had a really good reading year last year. But today it's my birthday. I'm 19 and I am just treating myself. We're going to Barnes & Noble today. The first time I'm going to the one here in Tallahassee. I'm here at FSU for school, English and theater major, double major. But yeah, so today we're going to Barnes & Noble to pick up either 2 books or 1 book, and it depends. I just finished The Stolen Heir by Holly Black 2 nights ago, and I have the white cover, and the Barnes & Noble, I think it might only have the black cover, which I know it's the exclusive one, but like I don't want to change all of them are white. All the book covers that I have are like the white ones, and The Stolen Heir is the white one, and I want to keep it the same in the duology, which I don't think is a crazy thing to ask. If they don't have the white cover, I'll just get 1 book. And the book that I hope to get is The Rose Bargain. I don't know the author, but I've seen it kind of around and I think it sounds cool. It's like I think it's marketed as like a Selection meets Bridgerton, which normally I don't think I would like, but I've been in kind of the mood for like a fun light romance, especially because right now I'm reading Rebel Witch by Kristen Ciccarelli, which is the sequel to Heartless Hunter, which I have been waiting for. I read that book last year. 5 stars, top 3 of the year. It like might be top 2, honestly. It might be top 1 because it was just so good, but like it's really heavy. It's kind of really sad. If you know, you know. But I'm not too far in just because I have a lot going on right now with theater. We're opening a show tonight on my birthday, which is great. It's Friday. And I've been getting home late, and then I have classes in the morning, so I just haven't really had time to read all that much. But anyway, I'm yapping, so we are going to go to Barnes & Noble, get my free drink at Starbucks, and then see what speaks to me. And yeah, so I'm not going to talk on the Barnes & Noble. That's like not my vibe, but I will definitely like show videos in a moment. And we're not going to record while driving because I need directions. And now I'm moving my seat forward. So, and I'm slowly approaching. Okay. All right. See you at Barnes. Okay, I'm home now. I didn't film a lot in the Barnes & Noble just because it was very small, intimate, and the moment I whipped out my phone to do some sprawling images, an employee walked by and I felt really weird. The Barnes & Noble was very cute, small. They honestly had like a big selection for being like 1 story. I'm probably a bit spoiled because my one back home is 2 stories. But to be fair, it's like open, if that makes sense. Like it's balcony style. I don't know. And the Starbucks actually didn't take like the app rewards, so I'm gonna go before the theater show tonight to go get my free drink. Yeah, I went to Barnes & Noble and then I went to Walmart because I needed to get some groceries and such, but now that we're home, I'm gonna show off the book I ended up getting. I was a bit torn between getting 2. They obviously didn't have the cover of the Prisoner's Throne that I wanted, which I think I took a video of. They had the black one, which I like knew in my heart of hearts was going to be the truth. But I did see their Barnes & Noble exclusives of The Rebel Witch, and it's a lot more It's just cuter. It's cuter than the red, unfortunately, which is the one I have. But I wasn't gonna buy that, you know? So anyway, what I did end up getting was the one that I said I was gonna get, which is The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith. And this is, I think, the Barnes & Noble exclusive cover, because when I looked at it on Goodreads, it was like pink instead of white roses, which I don't really care, but I really like the white and green and gold. I think it looks really pretty. And the inside has like these really pretty end papers, you know? Oh wait, let me turn on my light right here. One second. And then, yeah, just very pretty, very cutie patootie. But yeah, so what is this about? I know kind of what it is. Let's see. Vying for the hand of one brother, falling for another. Oh, okay, I love a love triangle. Every citizen of England is granted one bargain from their immortal queen. High society girls are expecting to bargain for qualities that will win them suitors. A rare talent for piano in exchange for one's happiest childhood memory, a perfect smile for one's ability to taste. Oh, but Ivy's debut season arrives with a twist, a competition to marry the Queen's Fae son, Prince Bram. It's a prize that could save Ivy's family from ruin and free her older sister from the bargain that destroyed her. Ooh, okay. Cute. So I don't know. This will probably be read after I finish Rebel Witch, which, you know, 400 pages might be a little while, but I will definitely, hopefully, try and read this before spring break. This one might be a bit of a shock to the people that know me. Alongside all the, you might see it coming out of the bag, the red cover. I have read this book before, and I ended up giving it away because I got halfway through the second one and decided I didn't like it. And also, I mean, Sarah J. Maas is like, I've got a bone to pick with her, essentially. But I have been on my journey of like self discovery with my relationship to like romantasy and book talk and all that. Like, I used to kind of hate on it, but you know, I'm a girl, and what can I say? I love fantasy romance. Like, I'm not gonna hate on it. So I'm gonna give this another try. I also thought about maybe like doing a readathon, but I don't know how far we're gonna get in that. Like, that may not happen. Because also, I'm a slow reader. Welcome to the Slow Reader channel. I take so long to read books. My Goodreads goal for this year is 25 books, which I think we should bring back that being impressive. I don't know when it ever became impressive to read 200, 300 books a year and not remember a single thing about them. Hot take. I don't think it's that hot of a take though. But anyway, yeah. So these are the books. And then before we move on, I just want to talk about the two books I've read so far this year. So yeah, I read the Cruel Prince series last year, like this time last year. I read all of it. And then I had this sitting on my shelf for such a long time. Yeah, I really liked those books, and I think I was just so scared because I heard a lot of people say that this was kind of a disappointment in comparison to The Cruel Prince, but like people thought that this was going to be in a similar style to The Cruel Prince, like a lot of political intrigue, Game of Thrones style, like who's going to get the crown, which I wasn't expecting. I would never pick up a book series continuation expecting it to be exactly like the first one, especially when like this is all new character, well, not all new characters, but like new perspectives. My issue with it is that number one, for being 300 pages, a little over like 350 something, I felt like we were moving so fast, and obviously a lot of the backstory for like the quest and like what they're trying to achieve with this is kind of based on events of the first book series, which to be fair, I haven't read in a year, so I think I kind of got confused at points. Even I think also with that like confusion is because we never get to hear Ren/Surin's motives, her thoughts, her opinions, her emotions. Like she talks constantly in her head about like in like her narration about like having to endure the trauma of like her childhood, which like great. I love that. I love a traumatized character, but can I get your reactions to things based on that trauma? You know what I'm saying? Like something would happen like okay, I'm going to give a spoiler warning, so jump ahead if you haven't read it. When Oak gives her back the bridle, I felt like it was just so her reaction was so nonchalant. Like he just gave you the bridle that was used to like muzzle you your entire reign as queen, and you kind of don't have a reaction. I feel like that should have been such a poignant moment of like trust between these two characters who have had a relationship in the past and have developed like into adults. And I don't know, it just felt so like, and here it is, and wow, thanks. Like, yeah, I just felt like we never got a lot of her emotions, opinions, thoughts, and motives about things. And with it being so like fast paced and being kind of pushed from location to location, I think I just maybe don't like quest books, but I'll have to read more to know for certain. But yeah, so I read this, I gave it 3.5 stars. I might round down to 3 stars, but I love the characters and I still thought it was like fun. Like I enjoyed it. I devoured it in a couple days. So, you know, anyway. And then for my English class, because as I said earlier very briefly, I'm a double major for theater and English. And so for my English class this semester, we're doing a section on sci fi, and we read Orcs and Crake by Margaret Atwood. This might be the first sci fi book I think I've ever read. I'm trying to think with all my might right now to a sci fi book, and I don't think I've read many. And honestly, that's kind of sad because I really enjoyed this. It's kind of hard to give a review about it without getting into like the nitty gritty of like analysis and all that because we are writing a research paper. So all my thoughts on this are very deep and research paper y. This book is about a kind of like post apocalyptic, what we might only assume is America. I think it's very possible to assume that it's America. There's a lot of this that isn't really, it's very ambiguous. And it is part of a trilogy, but we're reading it as a standalone, obviously. And I read the Wikipedia for the rest of it just so I can know fully where it goes because I don't think I will read the rest of it. I mean, it operates very well as a standalone. And it's kind of about the main character. Well, yeah, he's the main character. He's a narrator. Jimmy slash Snowman. Like Snowman is his epithet essentially, and that's what separates him in the like present from his past self. So, Snowman Jimmy like lives in this post-apocalyptic world where there are like compounds where scientists and intellectuals work on creating just things like they manufacture like pigoons, which is a type of pig like animal that they use for like organ harvesting and then eventually food and all that. And it's just kind of a lot of discussion on like Malthus and overgrowth of population, and there's a lot of like Frankenstein elements to it, especially with Crake, Jimmy's friend question mark, who kind of embarks on creating a perfect humanity. Yeah, very good. Hard to get through just because of Jimmy and the way he thinks about women and things and such. But if you do read it, I think it's very good. There's a lot of like thoughts happening, but in a very like palatable way. Like I think this book is really good at introducing thoughts about like, as I said, like Malthus, population, women in late stage capitalism. That was a lot of yapping about one book, but it was very good. And obviously I have a lot to say about it because again, a book I read for class. But yeah, so those are the 2 books I've read this year so far. It's the end of February, but, to be fair, I was in a reading slump for a bit. Um, Around, like, October-ish of last year was, like, the last time I finished a book, which was Graveyard Shift by ML Rio. I don't know if it's, like, too late in the year to do, like, a 2024 wrap-up because I read a lot of really good books last year, and I wanna talk about them. And I did actually, like, film one. I never edited or posted it, but I don't know, would it be fun? Maybe let me know. So those are the books I've read, books I got, and what I'm basically gonna do for the rest of this vlog is just work on my research paper draft, make lunch slash dinner, and then get ready for rehearsal tonight, and that's probably where I'll leave it. Okay, we're back in my car. I really had to rush. I didn't have a lot of time to take videos of like dinner and stuff, also because my parents called me for my birthday and I don't have my microphone, so if the quality sounds a little silly, ignore that. So I'm sitting in the parking garage before theater. It's 5:20, call time is 6, but I figured I'd just go ahead and try my free drink. I got the matcha strawberry cold foam. I think I probably should have gotten it iced, but I figured just for like the longevity of it, just having it without ice was probably the best. But I think the cold foam, like obviously it's cold, so hopefully it's good. Okay, that's really good. Very, very good. So yeah, that was my free birthday drink. I got it finally because they didn't have it at the Barnes & Noble, or like they didn't accept the stuff at Barnes & Noble. But anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna do like another clip because I asked for books for my birthday too. So I'm gonna open my little gifts tonight, so I don't know if I'll do like a clip of that showing off the couple of books. I know one of the books was Rebel Witch. The other one is Wings of Starlight by Allison Saft, and that book has been delayed until April. So that one's not coming until April. And then the third one is Among the Packages, and I don't know if it's here yet. Like, it might be one of the packages, but I don't know which one. I've just been hoarding the packages. And, yeah. So anyway, so if I do end up putting a clip in, I'll put it. But if not, thank you so much for joining me on my birthday, coming to Barnes & Noble with me. I'm so excited to finally be starting a YouTube account for books and just like to yap endlessly about things that I enjoy, love. So if you like my yapping, or you're interested to see what else I can yap about, or you just like books and want a new favorite booktuber, I don't know, maybe subscribe, maybe stick around. We'll see how often I post. I want to try and like get an upload schedule, but I don't know how that's gonna work yet, especially with school, and I've been stressed out recently. But once this kind of dwindles away, like the show and my mid-season papers and everything, hopefully I can upload more regularly. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you had a joyous time. And yeah, thank you. All right, have a nice day. Bye bye.